It's New Brew Thursday! Woo! And we are back. We haven't gotten together and recorded in a while. We did a few shows all in a row when we were...
Maybe
You're breaking the fourth wall right now.
Yeah.
We talk to the camera. That is breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, you've done it again.
So today on the show, we are doing a TPS report from Trinity. I just got back
PC
from...
load letter, what the fuck?
Yeah. I just got back from a trip to Colorado. That wasn't GABF. So it turns out that Denver is actually a city with stuff other than beer. Mm-hmm. Who'd have known?
No, that's not true. I reject your reality and substitute my own.
But anyways, one day I took a trip down to Colorado Springs and went to Trinity. I've been wanting to go there for a really long time because they're pretty much right up my alley. They do all saison.
Well, and Jason Yester is one of the greatest people on the planet. So.
Also known as the Saison Man.
His nickname is Saison Man. I mean, he's my guy.
And yeah, he's...
Bam.
Well done.
So yeah, what is this beer?
This is, we're doing TPS Report.
What exactly is it though?
This is it's a Brett beer, so it's kind of a wild, funky type beer with...
Crazy.
Wow. That's brewed with citrus zest and a unique strain of Brett, they said, or a rare strain of Brett.
Citrus zest being, it's on here.
Is it on there?
Coriander, oh that's not a zest.
Oh, and coriander.
Coriander, lemon zest, lime zest, and tangerine zest.
Nice.
And as we learned on a show a few weeks ago, there's zest in rind. Mm. Zest is just the outer skin, none of the rind.
Yes. We did learn that. I remember that. Thanks, Yvonne.
Yeah. Yvonne's not here today. Cheers. Thanks, Matt.
Yeah.
It smells delicious.
Oh, God.
Definitely.
That smells really good.
It's nice because they're some of the best breweries doing 100% Brett beers are out there. Like Crooked Stave, obviously, is one of the primary ones, but 100% Brett beers just have like a really great kind of unique fruitiness to them.
Man.
That I really like a lot.
Yeah, it's got...
It's apparently having an orgasm in John's mouth.
That's good.
Wow. I'm actually surprised at how tart it is.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking, how should I present this? But like Brett beers aren't necessarily sour beers.
Yeah.
It's a form of yeast. It's not a bacteria.
Yeah.
So
some strains of Brett will produce acids, some won't. I mean, Brett is just like brewer's yeast, where if you use a different strain, you're going to get a very different kind of flavor profile.
Right. That's why there's Belgian yeast and
British yeast,
lager yeast.
Like, yeah, exactly. It's the same thing with Brett. It just hasn't been quite as
table sticky.
That's my.
We need to have the waitress come by and wipe it down.
I'll clean it later. But yeah, it's got like a nice tartness to it that I really didn't expect. I expected it to be more, you know, I don't know.
Funk?
Yeah,
maybe?
Funky, earthy.
Belgian-y, fruity kind of thing, yeah.
And it's definitely got that fruity note. I don't know how much of that is from the zest or the yeast, but man, it's good.
It's very well put together. That's one thing that I noticed.
Well, I think the sour is coming off more of the lacto than the Brett for this.
There's lacto in it? Mm-hmm. Oh, it's coming from lacto then.
Where do you see lacto? Aha. That explains.
Because I was like, I'm drinking this thinking like this is not all coming from Brett. There's way more going on here than
lacto being lactobacillus.
Lactobacillus, yeah,
not lactose.
So you can forget about all that stuff that we just said.
Well, no, I mean everything you said is true, but
it means we were right. It actually is tart because there's some acid going on.
There is something that's actually going that direction for it. Yeah. So this is a fantastic beer. Jason does some really phenomenal sour saisons.
I mean, he's very into rustic, funky Belgian style.
Really clean, really...
He's redefining horse blanket.
Yeah, dry and...
That's one thing that I noticed, because I had a few of their beers while I was there, and all their beers are very well balanced in a way. You know, I mean, we talk so much about beers being balanced, but it was never like, you know, overwhelmingly horse blankety or, you know, too bitter. Or sometimes, you know, saisons can have like they're like really super fruity, and that's about what you get. You know,
right?
Yeah, the lacto
American
on this,
interpretations.
I think the lactobacillus on this is just right. It's perfect because you still get a lot of the malt character coming through, the yeast character from the Brett. And the lactose kind of just like the icing on the cake. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And
yeah,
especially with the all the different citrus zests in there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's definitely got a great bready quality that you don't expect. It gives it that nice little sweet sour kind of mix.
Yeah,
and then all that wonderful citrus just like really blows out the tart on there. So
Blows out the tart.
blows out the tart. That tart. She needed to
That's the
be
name of
more.
my new ska band.
I just blew out my tart last week.
And while we deal with our blown out tarts, we are going to send you off to a Master Pairings where things will probably not be tart.
Probably not.
So gross.
Hey everyone, welcome to another Master Pairings. I'm Bill Sysak. This is Stephen Johnson from New Brew Thursday. Today, Stephen, we have some more of Carlos's delicious
Big
treats.
G!
We have, he thought it was New Brew Thursday.
It is.
We have some jalapenos bacon wrapped with cream cheese.
Nice.
And they should be quite delicious. A great party fare to have. To do it, go to Super Bowl parties, different places. We are pairing one of my favorite smoked beers. This is an Aecht Schlenkerla Rauchbier.
And I am not going to try to pronounce any of those words.
It is from Bamberg, Germany, and it is a classic Rauch beer made with Beachwood smoked malt. And it's going to be quite delicious. Delicious. It actually smells like it has bacon coming out of it from the roasted malts. Really great, minimal hops, but really nice, beautiful color.
Yeah, it's a fan. If you want a smoked beer, this is the first place you should start.
Well, traditionally in Bamberg, it's where most it's where the style came from German Rauch beers. As you may or may not know, prior to the Industrial Revolution, all beers were dark and smoky, Stephen. Why? Because the grains were done over an open flame, and so they'd normally be burnt and darkened. And just like when you go to a campfire, either at the beach or the forest, smell your clothes the next day, they're smoky. Same way with the malt, they'd all become very smoky. So it'd bring out these intense smoked flavors to do it. So eventually we got coking in kilns, and
we actually learned how to do this properly, so we can get Crystal 10 and Crystal 15.
So yeah, this is delicious. This is big, smoky. It's got mahogany flavor in it. Like what's mahogany
It smells
like?
of mahogany and leather-bound books.
Monogamy.
Monogamy. It smells of monogamy.
One of the things I did to educate my palate decades ago was try different things. Licking rocks, tasting wood. So trying different woods will actually give you, nice, Stephen, will actually let you pick up those nuances. Same way you smell cedar and mahogany. When you smell it, 90% of aroma is taste. Okay, so you're smelling mahogany, you can kind of adapt and figure out what it's going to taste like. So I know you've been looking at these things. It's been long enough. Let's go ahead and taste them.
Thank you. That is so delicious.
Really good. Great heat. Nice smokiness from the bacon, as a matter of fact.
A little sweetness from the maple.
Yeah, it's delicious, actually. It's going to go really well. This is kind of a no-brainer. I should have picked something a little harder, but this beer, I knew it would just be a home run. So.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Great thing about beers, carbonation cleanses the palate. Bitterness cuts through richness like cheeses, meats, chocolates. Sweetness goes ahead and handles the hottest chilies. So when you can have a bitter beer that will accentuate the heat, this calms the heat. So it's calming the heat from the chili. It's cutting through the richness of this, and yet the caramelization is matching the Maillard reaction that chefs call it the enzymatic browning. Basically, it's a fancy term, the Maillard reaction, for searing of meats or the browning of breads. And it really brings out all those nuances. So you're getting all the tricks of the trade coming out of this beer for why it's so versatile a beverage to pair with food in this dish. So it's pretty cool.
No, this just lights this on fire. And I mean, you say it's like, okay, this is too easy. It's a no-brainer pairing. But sometimes in a situation like this, like if it's gonna enhance the pairing that much, then go with the no-brainer.
No, I had to go with it.
Yeah, don't try to make it more difficult and then lose out on something that's amazing just because you think it's too easy.
Well, and nowadays, not as many people as probably even 15 years ago know this beer, because nowadays it's all about double IPAs, sour beers, barrel aged, imperial stouts, barley wines, you name it. The hottest, sexiest beer that's out there that's coming out next is what everybody's going for. But German lagers, you know, they're full of complexity and flavor and great for pairing. There's a reason why German food with German beers is great. It's
Well,
called
we've
regionality.
preached that for years on the show, is that you need to go back and enjoy the history of beer, which is the German and Belgian styles of beer that have kind of, you're right, have been forgotten. They're on the side shelf in the import selection, and people want the double IPAs and the big stouts and whatever, and those are great beers. But when you can get something that has this amount of flavor just exploding, this is an experience, and you're not going to get this off of some of those.
Do yourself a favor. Go out once a month when you're buying beer. You know, you're probably buying beer. The average person that's in a craft beer buys maybe 3 to a half dozen times a month. One of those trips, go to your local store that has a good selection. Pick up 6 Dunkels, 6 Marzens, 6 ESBs. Pick up some of those styles that you think are boring and try them and explore them and educate your palate and learn about them. Anyway, Stephen, awesome pairing, obviously. I want to thank you for coming on.
Cheers. So we're back, and we are enjoying this fabulous beer to its complete finish. I think John got the use shot on that last one.
Yeah, it's a little more bready.
Yeah.
You know?
So anyway, if you like saisons and you like beer and you think that people in general are awesome, you should stop down by Trinity when you're in that area.
Yeah,
Their
one of
food is
those-
really great. Their food is really great too. I had fish or something.
Are they a brew pub?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did not
Perhaps
know
head
that.
down there during one of the GABF sessions that you couldn't get tickets for.
Yeah.
And maybe visit a couple of the breweries who couldn't get in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could go to GABF and have a great time without ever stepping foot in GABF.
Yeah, exactly. That's absolutely true.
So, and we did kind of do a variant of that kind of concept last year at our show, so check it out.
Kinda,
Yeah, it was
yeah.
kind of like the, what to do at GABF when you're not at GABF.
Yep.
This year, who knows what we're going to do.
Yeah.
But this weekend we're going to be, some of us will be at the Full Pint anniversary party. Some of us will be filming Master Pairings that day, so that's probably not going to happen for us. But then on the 11th is the Blue Palms 5th anniversary party. Then next week is Stone's 17th anniversary party. It's like apparently everything opens in August.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all
It's
the
like the
anniversary
last
parties.
month of summer, so it's like get in while the getting's good.
Yeah.
your beer
Also,
fest.
if you haven't noticed, Expert Drinking is back. So if you were one of the 8 people who enjoyed that show, come back and check it out again.
Yes.
Because we have a new person on the show, Lori Delk. She's awesome.
She's from the Promiscuous Palate.
Yes.
You might also know her from 100 Beers, 30 Days.
Yep.
And then also, I believe in the next week or so, MBT Brewing might be making a reappearance. Is that correct?
We're recording it tonight.
Yeah. So as soon as we finish this, we're going to be drinking some more beer. What's up?
Homebrew.
So, I'm going to trip and fall. And then you, however, should stay safe and drink beer. So until next week, do that.
Stay safe and drink beer.